Hi, everybody. You are tuned in to the Boss Women Network. I am Leilani. Um, we have Mrs. Michelle. Please pronounce your last name. I thought I had it, but I know I don't have it.
Michelle Gnome. Michelle Gnome.
Gomez.
Yes.
That is so different. It doesn't sound like it is spelled.
Yeah, I like to say Ngomay. So my parents are from Cameroon, West Africa.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's why. Is that the reason why you named it the African American?
Well, the spelling is Ngome, but like, when you have to write stuff out, the enunciation.
Right.
So I'm like Ngoma, like so, and then like go my way.
Oh,
like
go my way. Yeah.
A play on words, but
I
go
like
May.
that.
Go May.
I have actually never in my life heard that last name, but I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's pretty different and neat.
Great personal branding.
It is, for sure. So we have Miss Michelle here today. She's going to talk to us about what she has going on and probably some of these resources. I'm not going to say probably. I'm pretty sure a lot of these things you will find helpful in your business.
Absolutely.
So tell us about your business, the name of it, and how did you get started?
Yeah, so I'm the founder of the African American Marketing Association. We started in 2019. We are a nonprofit, 501c3 nonprofit. And I created the association well, the question was, where are the Black marketers? Like I would see, one-off situations, but I didn't really see a community of us. And we are just focused on galvanizing and equipping Black marketers and creative professionals with the resources they need to grow their career or their business.
That's pretty cool because a lot of us, we don't know how to market our businesses.
We're also open to small business owners, right? So it's a lot. Marketing is very broad, creative. Content creators is very broad. Listen, I started planning in 2018 and we launched in 2019, which is not too long ago.
Right.
But if you think back to 2018, we were really focused on influencer marketing, right? And I was like, we are not an influencer agency. I was trying to, make those distinctions. And like just in a short amount of time, now we're hearing content creators, creative entrepreneurs.
Right.
But my thing is, if you are looking to learn marketing, we want to be top of mind.
So do you hold classes to teach people marketing?
Yeah, we do a couple of different things. So we have monthly programming. So we've done topics on crisis management, just general PR. What else? Personal branding, small business marketing, video. How do you present yourself on video? Every year we have the Marketing for the Culture Summit. So we have obviously a bunch of topics and speakers for that day. And just recently we launched and graduated our first group of small business owners that went through our business of marketing boot camp, which was a cohort program. So we do couple of different things. And it's just one of those things that's like get in where you fit in, whatever you think would be beneficial for you.
Really? So do you say you do work with content creators, like the individual person?
Not as far as I guess the traditional brand deals, but just we have them as speakers, or you can come in as a guest, or attend one of our sessions, things of that nature.
Yeah, that is interesting. So give us a little, I guess, more of a breakdown of the business. So if somebody was to contact you, what would they? Because I know, for instance, Boss Women Network. Boss Women Network. I know y'all know Boss Women Network is an organization. I forgot to mention that organization that is created to bring women together in like a support system for women. And I am in the building stages of it, and branding and marketing and trying to get the word out to women, mainly to the women that really do support other women, genuinely support other women. So what would you suggest to a company like that that's trying to reach out to your company? What would be the goal?
Yeah, so I kind of center myself, the personal and the organization brand as a resource. So we are not a service-based organization where we don't take clients.
Okay.
But if you were to reach out to me, I would pretty much ask you all these questions. What are you looking for? What do you need? what aspect of marketing are you focused on right now? Because that will let me know. I'm like, okay, if you're looking for, you need a logo. I'm like, all right, we got creative designers. I can send you a bunch of people. You can sort through their portfolios and reach out. Who's best for you? Are you looking for video, photography, a newsletter, communications? So we have that resource, that directory. Right now, it's kind of internal, but we want to bring it back to public,
Mm-hmm.
and then that way you can find either an AAMA member or someone in our network that you can work with.
Oh, so
Yeah,
now I have the understanding.
yeah,
So basically, you're like a hub
correct,
for all of these
correct.
different companies
We have,
that you.
yeah, we have 100 members in our network. 100 paid members in our network. So once again, these can be marketing professionals. They're probably working with corporate or with another marketing agency. And then the other half of our members, they either have their own small business, they're a content creator, they're a publicist, they're a videographer, they're a creative entrepreneur.
And you send them business.
Correct. I do a lot of referrals.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I
So you hear that,
do.
people? Her company sends out referrals. So if you are a business content creator, um, podcaster, or
Mm,
whatever,
yeah,
and you need a videographer, you need artwork, you need a website too.
yeah,
You need
yeah,
you
yeah.
need all these things. You contact, what's the name of your company?
The African American Marketing Association. We say AAMA for short.
AMA for
Yeah.
short. And that is anything in marketing to kind of help you boost your business and connect you with the right people to get going. Was
Yeah.
this something that you were always doing? I know you said 2018, but
Yeah, I actually started my marketing career in 2004. I was at University of Houston as a student. My friend was working at the record label. He was like, "You want to do some street team work for Super Bowl weekend?" And I was like, I'm glad to help you out." And that's how I got introduced to marketing and just riding the wave. So started doing a lot of stuff in the entertainment industry. Took a break, went back, got my degree, and then I did corporate finance for about 7 years, and then in 2013, finished my master's, and I started my marketing consulting company at that time, and I knew that the group was needed then, but I was just focused on my business, and then things kept tugging at my heart, and I was like, not yet, not yet, not yet.
hmm.
And then 2017, I was like, okay, but I failed. Don't.
Oh, yeah, I think, yeah, that's normal.
I failed a couple of times. I try to start. If you think about your MVP, your minimal viable product,
Hmm.
I was like, okay, well, let me start with the Facebook group. Facebook group couldn't get any traction whatsoever, so I'm like, forget it. But unfortunately, I just felt like when it came to representation of us in commercials and ads, I was like, who's approving these messages? Like,
Hmm.
how is this getting to the public? How is this on social media and national TV or whatever? And like, where are the black marketers,
Yeah,
right? And then that 2018 is when I really started planning. And then we launched February 2019.
that's pretty
Yeah,
cool. So you've been in business officially since February 2019.
correct.
What are your goals for the business? Where do you plan on taking it?
The goals, millions of dollars.
Amen. Aren't we
Millions of,
all? Well, hey.
listen, just because you're a nonprofit doesn't mean you can't make money. You can make money. I'm here to make money. But with that money, I want to serve the community, right? We can
Hmm.
have better programming. We can have a staff. We're completely 100% volunteers right now. I would love for us to have a building, so we can have a dedicated space to teach our classes, our programming, have our marketing for the culture summit every year, and just like, hey, co-working, like this is the AMA space,
Hmm.
welcome to members in our network and have a podcast studio, whatever needs to be done. So we are pursuing grants more intensively right now to get that funding. And we just want that funding to sharpen our programming, mainly the
Yeah.
Business of Marketing Bootcamp and the Marketing for the Culture Summit.
Speaking of nonprofit organizations, I know there are a lot of businesses or people, potential
Mhm.
businesses that may want to start their nonprofit organization. What has been the struggle with that? Because I know it's hard getting funding, sponsorships.
Yeah, it is hard. I would say So a couple of things. One, I started February 2019.
Mm.
We know what happened a year later.
Right. COVID.
So just saying, just being a baby business at that time, we definitely lost our footing.
Mm.
And I felt like last year we started making a turn and becoming stable, and now we're at the 5 year mark. So I do think my experience is a little bit different than people pre COVID, I
Right.
guess.
Right.
But I would say have a plan, but before you launch, identify what will be that big revenue generator for you,
Mm.
right? So, yes, there's donations and sponsorships, but you can't depend on that because, as you can see, when the economy is changing,
Right.
these companies are going to pull back their funding,
Right.
right? They're going to cut their budget. Therefore, those donations, those sponsorships will be cut back, and you may or may not be affected, right? But you can have a sponsor that comes in at 50,000 in 2024, and they're like, "Hey, we still want to rock with you, but we're only going to give you 25,000."
Mm.
And it's like,
Yeah, that's a big
like,
cut.
so as they're cutting back, that's funding that can impact you. Like, do you have to let someone go? Or
Oh
do
yeah.
you, maybe you're doing something where you're taking, you know, 35 students at one time, and now you can only take 20 students because of that company's
Right.
budget cut, so figure out what's going to be that key thing that's going to bring in money. So that key program, and when you create this program, it's like, okay, who does this target? So, like, if I'm working with student athletes, okay, maybe I want to reach out to the Texans, the Rockets, Dick's Sporting Goods, Academy, right? Because those are all pretty much sports companies.
Do you approach them in person or do you make the
I,
phone calls?
I do a couple of things. So I do cold emails. I do a lot of networking. That's not my lane. I don't have a youth program, but that's an example, right? So also try to go to those events where those people are. Those other, um, what you want to look for is people that are in community development,
Mm.
because those are the people that's going to read the programs or reviewing the sponsorships. They're going to give away the money,
Mm.
right? So try to get out there, network at the right events. So one thing I was very adamant about the past 2 years, I'm like, okay, who are my potential sponsors? Okay, what events are they sponsoring? Now if I see they're sponsoring this event, I'm gonna go to that event, hoping I can meet that person,
That's smart.
right? So that way I can get that in person versus a cold email. Now, nothing's wrong with the cold email, but I don't know you. So,
Right.
I'm
Right.
like,
That's true.
but if I meet you at a networking event and I can follow up, like, hey, Olani, I met you at da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to follow up. This is more about me and my program. You're more inclined to read the email,
That's true.
do a Zoom call, things of that nature. So you want to create ways to get those warm leads or warm outreach.
That's some good information to know.
Yeah.
Do you partner with other nonprofit organizations or have you done that?
Yeah, so we've collaborated with nonprofits and for profits, mainly, events, speakers, trainings, things of that nature. So yeah,
That's pretty good to
yeah.
know. I also help people get their nonprofit organizations started, your LLC. So, and she also partners with nonprofit organizations. So the reason why I was asking because I just launched my nonprofit organization. It's called the Young Creators
Oh,
Foundation.
I like
So
that name.
thanks. So to
Yeah.
kind of help the younger generation of
Yeah.
creators and whether they want to produce a podcast or shoot photos or film or things like that. To have a place where they can actually learn and shoot or whatever. So I'm in the building stages of that. So I haven't gotten started with actually reaching out to sponsors
Hmm.
per se, like, but I'm getting in the process of doing that. And that's why I asked, do you ever
Yeah.
partner with other nonprofit organizations and doing events and things like that, or had any information on how to get sponsorships? Because I have been looking, but I'm thinking about possibly going to the schools.
Yeah. Listen, sponsorships are hard, but you have to do it, right? So I'm not as familiar when it comes to the education side and their funding, but you can definitely, extract students to
Mm.
join your program and what you're creating. But what I tell people, it's never too early to look for sponsorships, but you have to find the right time to pitch them, right?
Oh, okay.
So, Google Docs or whatever, have a running list of who you think would be a potential sponsor, and then create a general letter, and then you can critique that letter based off of that organization, because then
Right.
you'll customize it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, because when you go to these websites, if you go to like corporate, if you scroll down to the bottom of the website and maybe look at corporate or social responsibility, or if they have a foundation, they'll give you the details, and then of what they're looking for. And then of course some have different application dates, processes. So that's why it's good to have a running list, and then a kind of skeleton
Mm.
of who you are, what you do, which, all of your
Right.
basic information.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people, like I just applied to a bank foundation, and it's for a $50,000 grant application, and but they open up the application 3 to 4 times a year,
Right.
right?
You gotta know those
You
dates.
got it. So I put those dates on my Google Calendar. I try to put reminders and when they're open, and then kind of have a reoccurring. So it's like, okay, I know it's open now. I got to schedule time to sit down and do the application. But it took me like 3 to 4 hours to do that
Oh wow.
application.
Have you actually landed any of these big sponsorships?
Sponsorships, yes. Grants, no.
Grants, no. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that application, once again, I had the basic information, but they wanted to know like my operating budget plus my program budget, right? So it's like, okay, now I have the skeleton, but now I kind of have to go in and finalize the budget for 2025,
Right.
you know? So that's why I say always have a running list, a spreadsheet, with your login password.
Yeah, I got you. All
Log,
those girl. Wow.
because
Yes.
it's a lot to keep track
Yes, it
of.
is.
And then you get these emails, my friends send me stuff, Instagram,
Yes.
so, have a spreadsheet, have the company, have the website, any application dates, obviously log in if you have to create an account, and whatever other important details. If you know someone at the organization, put that on there.
Hmm.
And I just try to reference that as much as possible.
That is some good information to have for anybody that is starting a nonprofit organization. Do you have to be in the beginning stages of it? I mean, do
The,
you have to be having it for like 5 or 6 years
no, so
before?
everyone is different. I've seen most people want you to be established for about 2 years, because they want to show, when they want to see proof of concept, consistency, things of that
Hmm.
nature. I have seen people get grants based off of an idea,
Hmm.
the concept of their program. But grants are hard. Like funding is hard in general, because it just entails so much research. Like if I had money, I would be like, okay, you're the dedicated grant
Just
person.
handle that.
Just, yeah, research, write, apply.
Yeah, just do it. Hmm.
Because, and the thing is, the grants are out there, but it's like you got to find the right one in order for you to even apply, like to
That's true.
qualify and apply,
That's true.
and that's the tough spot.
So sponsorships are easier. Sounds like.
Sponsorships can be easier. I always say, once again, know who you are as far as the organization, have those
Hmm.
details, understand who you serve, the demographics, the psychographics, make sure they're in line with the company that you want to go after, have a sponsorship deck,
Yeah.
for X amount of dollars, we're going to provide this, and
Hmm.
the impact of the event or the program, and just pitch. Yeah.
That's some great information
Yeah.
to have. So, are you accepting interns right now?
Listen, I had a call before I got here. So yes, I'm open to interns, volunteers. Once again, we are a 100% volunteer based organization. So I'm glad to, you can email me at Michelle, Michelle, at aa-ma.org. I will respond to you. Obviously, we're approaching the holidays, but what I will get in contact with you as things are going to pick up by mid-January.
Oh, that is good to
Yeah.
know. Interns.
Yes.
Is there a certain age? What are the age groups?
I prefer college, but I'll say this. If you know you need to gain some skills, maybe work on a portfolio for any kind of project, maybe college applications. I'm glad to hear anyone out at
That's
this point.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So you are recruiting interns right now. Have
Yeah.
you posted an ad or anything, or is just word of mouth?
Not recently, mainly word of mouth. I do have good relationships. Texas Southern
Okay.
University, Prairie View, A&M University over the years.
Okay.
So I've gone there and spoken to the students. So I usually,
So you go and speak.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's a good deal.
yeah. Yeah, I love speaking to college kids mainly because marketing looks fun and it looks sexy, all of the social media and the creative stuff. But, marketing is very broad. So I always ask people, like, what aspect of marketing are you interested in? Explore some of these other things. Because as fun as it is to be in front of the camera, we do need people behind the
Most
camera.
definitely.
We need people editing, producing, writing scripts, captions, um, product management. Like,
Right.
how do we design, this product, the iPhone or a bag of chips, whatever the case may be.
That's cool. So interns, she's looking for you. Do you also? I know you said that you're like a hub, so
Hmm.
you refer people to all these different people in your sphere. Do you also send interns to these different people if they need them?
Yes, I'm a resource person. So if you tell me what you need, I try to get you the information, whether it's people or information, try to get it to you. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So, to be a part of your network or your community that
Hmm.
you're building, is there a fee? I don't know if you give out the fees all in
Yeah.
right here, or do they have to go to your website to see?
Yeah, if you can go to our website, aa-ma.org membership. Our fee is reasonable. It's $12.50 a month or $149 a year. That will give you access to all of our events. So we do at least 10 to 11 events each year, obviously taking breaks during the holidays. You get discounts on our Marketing for the Culture Summit and other signature events. We're planning 2 to 3 of them next year already. And then whatever resources and private membership only events that we offer as well.
That's pretty cool. Before you go, will you please give out your website and Instagram information one more time?
Yes, the website is aa-ma.org, and you can follow us on Instagram at AAMA Houston. So that's AAMA Houston.
AAMA Houston. All right, everybody, where we are tuning out. Thank you for joining the Boss Woman
Yeah.
Network today and having us sit down on the couch and talking about your business and giving out resources to potential business owners or business owners that may be looking for resources.
Yeah.
Well, all right, everybody. Bye.
Sign up for the Boss Elite package today. Unlock exclusive benefits designed to elevate your brand and presence. Free one-page website feature in one interview and guest host 3 segments of the BWN podcast. 1-hour monthly session at the Content Creator Lounge to shoot your content 1-hour consultation on how to start and shoot your podcast. Your name, photo, and logo featured on the BWN website and more. Ready to take your business to the next level? The Boss Elite package is your key to building your brand and expanding your reach. Join now and become part of a powerful network of boss women.